ye da bia ye de ye how ekosoa obi ye nsesa ye nia ye nsubai me don se me pese me fie me man eye ya esem subai ene nyoma me ye se nsuoi me ton ne 1 cedi na me 50 pesos ka ho na me ton na se me nya mfa so a se de be ya o kire me nya ska agoto bia me ton ne sa na me nya se me de 1 cedi ne toy na me ton ne 5 cedi
me fi baby me call
or the afa purification
me call ye refer me ba na meti boat nti me do Panta hospital enim ho no won junction won traffic na so na me se mi tonsu na ma me bia me hu no ne ho ye me nwa bisi so a bishop yire kura me nya me nwa
yo kristoni
ne ring share ni sana ma me no say dignified woman say or dignity akasa me hu no me ye me share me nti me hwe ne boss ye ne ring share no na ye na so ma me ntobi me na me hwe oba pa nsusi ni ti so abesiriwa on year less than 45 no
okay
on year less than 4 she will be in early 50s me sure she looks so dignified tim sure them no bia no nyamfo say na susi ni ti oton ana be say me tobi no yi ba akoma me o yi nsu na o say is it 3 cedis or 2 cedis 50 pesos
a bottle of water
yeah bottle yes we be intim ye na bi na unfortunately na nsu no car no traffic ni so intika no etwam hu nsu na ka na mde bi so etwam e do the net traffic or identity barrier ho no e do hope na there was another one one girl
was when you kwa antone de no
yeah menya kwa antone de no inti identity barrier ho no traffic another traffic de kotom inti ona zooming girl bi na me hu no ono kura mi se nko ba be bum kura girl ni buy 1 cedi 50 pesos e wana driver ni bi say so what is the difference between sa mama na nka metu su won and we say driver ni jira no say mama ni so nyamfo pa o
na ni mo nyam ni to they have what
yeah very
what we need to man mu
yeah very
so be boss cross o kristoni
me obi bi so be boss enye won nyina so na tisa the fact is that you to me generalize en kasi obi na yo kristoni
do
na anti enye won nyina so ye de an
most Ghanaians are wicked. That is my point.
Ne pese e discuss anope ana don hwire mu se wiase nyina ayedin Ghana nso ayedin but Ghana funu ye pese igitum se wiase ayedin but se wiase ayedin na Ghana ayedin dia Omambia, and there is a cause to some of these things, and let's look at them. And that is what we are going to sit down to analyze this morning and look at a typical behavior of a Ghanaian and why things have become what it is today. Our topic for today is Ghanaians, the main cause of high cost of living. Asitane mu adin, eduan wuto wuntumi nto, eduan abu, na nso wuto wuntumi nto. Ni nyina ya ba behwe ne far bai. Se enam den so, ena makofa sa no mai nyina na. Those are some of the things that we are going to discuss this morning. Na yahwe say yankasa no abraba ewom ene nsuban ewom no eno no edi enya ana se ebua yen. About 80% or over 80% of Ghanaians, about 90, let me put it together. 90% of Ghanaians are wukrumu asisi ni or mayimu no. When we put them together, Muslims and Christians are about 70 and Muslims are the other religion, especially the Muslims, it's about 15%. When you know, or 15% or more, about 20% or more, are Muslims. 70% plus or 70% today, we claim to be Christians. But yet your man Musia is here actually. Yet your man Madibia didi, ye demonstration, ye kika radio so, ye fine and cancer and papa be a my home. But the question is that what is the cause of all these things? And that's what we are here to discuss this morning. And my bujafu ohaye yawasare de buga man and dona like I don't pay your baby drinking Ghana when you are drinking your home. Yeah, you said them pan far by a mano econia econo. Once again, this is Kuda Radio. My name is Bright Edward. You can call me Uncle Bright. Now the purpose of the show no title no Sise Osuban. We are going to discuss about Suban. We feel say ye ni pedi si onipa usuban no etene a nyoma bibire besan atene e wo abrabo oman be yi na akodanima identity countries who are yet one say o man emuye because nipa no they have conscience one adwene no emudo emudo no the way they have reoriented their minds enu na ma oman edimu na si nipa le to na si nipa ni wicked Now why this one for bibi anya idia o man no be ko se ne yekoda high cost of living. Remember statistics bi wa ntimpatoti ko ne high cost of living. The power chow ejayaw any done. What do you think is the cause of all these things? Remember, so just brief 1 minute or 30 seconds, then I come back to the main issue. Remember, statistics now they approve the American. Yeah.
Ghana for intimidating.
Ujedi.
Yes, I am barefoot.
Intimidating. I signed the account.
Since I'm way and boy this is here.
You.
Obi mo or crown in the good stock. Make us say you're so for be store.
I wouldn't say also for be and I say, I
saw fuck I see a Ghana hill while you didn't put a sauce. Hakasaka, cocaine in the idea. Omona o cry any yet current price. Wouldn't pay face any hour no in ye. That's what the Bible between Jen. Sans a question of you correction can sinti.
Now, large business. Some of the large phone and co no more. Now, I can suffer in which our large business here.
Yes, a man we see.
And the query now, Omrenias.
Who do Nima says here?
You.
Almost shop CBC lesson pharmacy opposite.
Yes, me say more power.
Good.
And you overhead overpass be
food down.
Yo. Say ben post office no.
Sir. And yen nra and I'm going to be good soap more. The water down. So never a new price. And this small also some yaman as an lay.
And I saw some cremonia.
Suma usmunyamas and grandmother's munyame. Into from home cremonia. Who put a bear 500, put a 500, which will be a bear 600. Tas be who could contain back home. And so we knew yam sumuni. Because I don't know with you, and you have
done. Then Ecoso.
Uncle Bright, where the Yama Yeti for Nina Achi, na baby Omobia so. Ye Nimse Eradiadum to Omoye. And Opay dear, the main cause of high cost of living there. Yenina him say, if you are seen in a wedding, or my Ghana, and so can who be. Na, or my Ghana dear no. Nina ebejina subai eso. Ye metimi aka akosi an say eye subai ana ama o my Ghana ya yetimu emu ayedin ama obi biara. Every say enafe mo bia empudi oska pi no. Oye de ya nya wonko a na oska obusuani. Obusuani bi ho kire no nte de ya na ho kire ne say de na oba ho no abepe mbo nti wo so waso be yeshi. Na subai no ana ne nyina akwa akosi so. Subai ne echere se opani bu akora abofra so ebu opani eno ene ohaw kese a yetimu ewo ye man mu ebia emre so se ye baba mu a ye be church na krofo hu no se de etie enti se ubuza me se de na the main cause of high cost of living in Ghana there make us say Ghana for ye near yen subai.
Okay, I feel the nitty-gritty of the issue. The reason why Ghana for here come. There is some startling revelation be when we were doing a check and some kind of research be. But let's check this. Ninti Ekasani said, when we look at statistics, Ghana's currency is not the weakest currency in Africa. The top 10 currencies, strongest currencies in Africa, Ghana come. Ghana's currency is stronger than Egyptian currency. As of today, I can say, Ghana's currency per Bank of Ghana is 13.06. Bank of Ghana, what on 13.06? No one released by the market. The market, the Forex Bureau is selling it at 14.90 US dollars. Now let's go back to Nigeria. Let's go to Nigeria and check. $1 when you have 441 naira 756 and sell when you $1. But Ghana ni koto adu Nigeria. Who koto adu Nigeria is here in spite of the weakness of their currency. Adina koto no. What to compare Ghana price? Ghana, Nigeria is cheaper than Ghana. When you have 441 point something, that is 756, and said when you $1. Ghana ha 14.90 when you $1. Now let's check a country like Kenya. Kenya is one of the strongest countries in Africa. When you look at the most expensive places to live in Africa, Kenya and count. 10 strongest currencies in a top 10. Ghana is number 3. Let's check from the bottom. Or let's check from the bottom. Let me check from here. From the bottom. Then we can see. Number 1, Tunisia, dinari. Bachomuti, Tunisia dinari. Number 1 in Africa, the strongest currency in Africa. Tunisia dinari. Uba number 2, Libya dinari. So me catch them from the beginning. Uba number 3, Ghanaian cedi. Into the so-called say Ghana's currency is the worst currency or the weakest currency in the world.
Because I say my currency.
Third strongest currency. Me pacho. Anybody who doubts this must check what is the source. Number 3, Moroccan currency. Number 4, Moroccan currency. Moroccan dirham. And number 4, the 4th strongest currency in Africa. Now, when Botswana, that is Pula, the Botswana Pula, number 5 in Africa. Number 6, Seychelles rupee. One Indians who are anti would the rupee. They say Pakistan food the rupee no, and Indian would the rupee. Now, when you go to Eritrean Nakaf or Nakafa, and you see the 7th strongest currency in Africa. Then when you come to the 8th, Zimbabwean kwacha. Zimbabwe Mwasambi Urem. Zimbabwe kwacha Abiurem. Then number 9, South African rand. Look at the position of South African currency in terms of the strongest currencies in Africa, and look at Ghana. Have you seen the difference? Ghana's currency is the 3rd strongest currency in Africa. South Africa economy is bigger than Ghana, but one currency is 9th strongest currency in Africa. Then the 10th strongest currency in Africa is Egyptian pound. Egyptian economy is bigger and stronger than Ghana. But when you look at the top 15 cities are expensive in Africa, Egypt in count, Cairo in count. But one currency is weaker than Ghana's currency. So you ask yourself, say, what is the cause? Subana Ghana funye wahara ye kanwasem. Subana kriti sadeno. Ade ati so kwabran ton 5 cities close me ton 20 cities. Okwabran im sadi we Ghana nkwa na obi ya ayi maka sase mu maka kanka. Ghana nkwa na se obi ye business or expertise ad na okwakoton oton eso nye 200% profit wo. It doesn't happen anywhere in the world. That is what is making Ghana one of the most expensive places to live in Africa. Subane kan ho otom, their experience guaso don uko guaso their experience na wo guaso.
Say see idea say okoye enhwehwemu bia yemfa ne say me say na say na me ne papa bi ehia na yedi nkomo na or complaining na wo to nsuo ana pure water no ye ball price ne ma no na ne yemu no say say see bia duro ni obusa bottle so de koye no odwene ho awon ti ase na ne nyoma boy din sa ana o se what the 1005 ema na yere so wonkodwa so nkodidwa emra na first sana no ye no ti omukọ a oto ade for the whole month ti obeto rice bag kese baako ato oil obeto perishable goods it is tomatoes ne mekoni onions ibi akai kan ho ne ade 2 bags of yam ene bunch ne body no de abefie for a month no ombedia it's a month national ska offer ba no ma go to bi but 1005 de ne yiri ko dwa so no oto oil baako ne mo bag baako ne ska ne sai ana ofre ne cruise ska na sa it be money free say ne yiri na asem a wo ka no oboa ana one no edi achinyi wo phone so sa na da bi anyi ska me de ma no wo pe wo ntwobo ate a onka say na obey de bem ana oba ne say so one ye ohwe na so ofri so oboa onye busy a on fa camera na o mehia no market wo no munkoye nti oba na ika na guys oda no kre na nyoma eboa ye den ana so na ade ntira ade tro mampani mo ne ho bai na m say no de no kre ye mpani mfo mo ho bai but subai na kasa no efri ye ni akasa because ye mpani mfo no nyom ne dua banchi edua bode ewo ye nwuremu honom ye we akuafo mo ye sade no honom akuafo na dua wie na o mo abeton ama middle women for now almost so better amedwaso for omo no mo to no fofofo no middle women no no omo de atoso
and yes omo de atoso keke
de omo de to so no eso sene de kwani na ono abre no
times 6
yes times 6 of kwani na ono abre no discount no middle woman no beton de ama no ketewa bi middle woman de na ode ba no de ode atoso no eso ubuso no beka say or the transportation now what labor cost any idea
okay but my scenario about this transportation na here can wasem what the question transportation awoboa do you know something woko bibi teacher mentia udua tomatoes wopa woko akomadan udua tomatoes wopa kwa akomadan sisi na koto tomatoes box na won abobo no awedin tomatoes what their mawai 120 I the most expensive there car what the box ba ku sikem no what ba car gi 25 cedis
or the bedroom high
or the bedroom akra woko abubulisi no this fema 800 and 700 the same box enti no ubenya tomatoes from the farm gate any transportation
farm na be see no dey across right fan say 200
yes 200 you fan 200 150 but you fan 200 but odisi fam abubulisi odisi fam pay
middle man at the 600 cities now
yes or the 600 cities
that is where the problem is coming from
ajadu
odisi fam an 800
tomatoes hima
yo
on fifi maya ya oflu dunia ma
David
tomatoes hima no odisi ayi what is here
omo ahema ewo enyina
ba me say oyo ahimia no abusia be mu himia no tomatoes
egwa so and so tomatoes hima
yo
me ba St. John's
odia oni de
St. John's ahomrachi bi sem the top road akoche madam fu bi
okay
we do about 5:30 we do na lorry bi afi sahi asanyo so ebesi ho on offload back when we na back on so na mpe de omna no be fe pa ntimi se mpe no bi ma na katimi ti se ye mpe na ba sam so penyin be
yes ohima na bedru
ti se ohima na ba na e di ohima na sa na da so
ba ire nyina
ohimia ne nsa da
e de sa ka na so nti ono be ba be ma price ansa na ya offload brode no nti mia na e be ton brode obi brode na ma wono so no wo percentage a ohimia beje da na no pa na ono ne nsa nka hwe aso a wodi dua brode onhu bi da
ekuafo tingure ma onhu esu
abrode se a wodua onnim kwa faso dua brode so beje percentage efi niam na wodi aba no so e na obia no so o ma brode no so obeka bibia kire ohimia ansa na wakofie enti sa price ni nyina sa skari nyina na kwa koton no ode behiem enti niam na bo be yedinga na efisa ahemia fo ne medre women na wo hye nchenchen no obi ti baabi omba ho telephone kaka no be frɛ na the percentage na nsaka
akwe mo hwa de subana e kan wasem se won se otike ma mafu yedide wo kuntoko apa
eno na me say
now look at it last 2 weeks your why am kwate hwe wa to petrol what to petrol ma yan dey any problem wa to petrol now when you look at Goa, when you look at Total, when you look at Shell, when you look at Dway, now before you know, now 15.99 Goa, 15.99. Now and only diesel. Now me when into diesel, and only a byproduct of refining now you know. But they say no moment no boy adding. Now 15 that is diesel here 15.99. Super 13.99. Now I'm talking about Goa. Goa is supposed to be state A. Now look at Zin at the same time. Now Zin private. Now diesel 18.99. Now super 16.99. So it was more expensive than even a Goa, which is the state-owned, partly state-owned filling A. Now let's look at Shell. Now let's look at the current year. Your why and here. Dollar kwaya could was say 15 per. Wama petrol su wom. Wama petrol su 23 diesel could do 23.49. Ebisu could do 23.19. That is star. Shell could do 23.49. And a super it could do 17.69. And a Shell could do 18.88. Now I did an average calculation. Now I'm striking the price differential between the two. When baby away. Wama su wom back from sa low a yina mayen. Wama su back boom. What difference? Difference between diesel old price and a current price, you know, I 74 pesos. No, to 1 liter. So. This is sheer wickedness. Number 3. Now, when you look at super, what the 5 cedis 13 pesos, never 2 back. From the figures, now be quoting. and the price differential between the old and the new within a matter of 4 days and as I didn't see yantiase and now me kotiase mbia where they base their calculation.
David.
When they saw the dollar escalating, depreciating to that level, depreciating against the dollar, and we were pegging at 18 cedis.
Imagine.
We were pegging at 18. When we're Modian, so when we go to Togo, in spite of the weakness of their currency, Togo, which you need over 600 CFE, and said when you're $1, go to Togo, fuel prices, cheaper, horse in Ghana. So, over your first, now the Cote d'Ivoire, especially Togo, and a Benin, and a Burkina Faso, and a Ghana for small girl oil, fuel, and what to be. Ghana's fuel has become so expensive. It is being controlled by a certain cartel because 2015 and where you do regulation and the government saying fee, because the government has nothing to do with the importation of a refined fuel into this country. Now, be the individual being same and on what fuel is supposed to be cheaper than what is being sold. What the difference about also 6 cedis, 74 pesos, and 5 cedis, 13 pesos. One back up and what also. Now, cedi dollar no, any cedi na way fa. A new 15 cedis cry. A new 15 cedis so you can imagine the profit individuals be. I make you on Ghanaians. We have no sympathy for ourselves to buy
Christian nation.
Burkina Faso, se say fuel boy dancing. I am real. Our Burkina Faso in Ghana. Why inland country because our port in New because one fuel na water would be support to and some of the tankers as actually with alcohol
and put air force
in Krumia.
And I do you be kunya hu
Messi ye timo dinfo and ye tikrumia
ye would difu papa
ye timo dinfo
na say na ma bia mahu say Ghana for ye diabolic. And so population here away. That's Christians here 70%.
Mr. 70+% claim to be Christians. According to Statistical Department of Ghana, the recent census over 70% of Ghanaians are Christians. The rest, majority are Muslims, and the rest also about a few percentage, about 2%.
International Christians, one also may.
Sanity.
You. Christopher.
Me Christopher ne Muslimi for ne adini nyina no. Eno no enye ne hiam sesi e.
Ade ne hiam.
Na de ne hiam.
Every say. Uncle Brighty. Say otwe mu ne betene ye pekra na baby a obeko bia no obehu Muslims, obehu Christians. Omo go baby a. Na ade ye to 2 years store mu. And to 2 years shops mu nyina nkwa asori mba. Ye kwa asori ba ne bebie bia ba bia no hwan mu na enom.
That is what we still have to talk about.
Because
Christopher Subang.
What you say? Every say, ya 2 stores ni mo ya 2 bia ba ni bibia mu. Enso ye kwa asori ne ba na ye bia. Omo a no mo ofie na akwa nkoto nsa na no mo. Ye bia shop na no. Enkrofo ne fra sorry banana. E kwa kono mo nsa.
That is why we are also questioning and doubting say we Christians because once we are supposed to the Bible is supposed to
asoro ko for
beba
omo mo ko asoro wo ho
they are claiming say we Christians
so
we cannot distinguish
Subai different from Subai is different
and that's why I'm saying that whether you claim to be a Christian whether you say we are asoro ni and answer we are asoro ko for and now you Christian you are supposed to have a reformative mind. Your mind is supposed to be reformed by what you believe in.
Say if we have reformative minds, come Omega and Kaye, Anka min kokrum and got to or market, Emra unim say what idea no ABA 2 CD. Now what are they to stand the Jimmy 10 CD? So reformative mind now,
that is why we are questioning whether we are indeed Christians or
Christians.
More.
Right? That's what I'm saying, sir.
And they don't know who they are worshiping.
Yeah. Anything in your question. Anything in your question, sir, whether indeed the claim that is being made, say 70% Christians and 1% Muslims and Okarana.
I agree. Sir, or you last time I came. You and all the boy you like. Okapla, Sabas 500. And I cry 1,200.
And cry
1,200.
But after where I
500.
I was told 500 were flower.
After when you Ghana. Sa pra wonya Ghana.
I can
meba o. Oye na 1,200 Accra.
You.
And
I offended wa flawo.
City. City. Accra City.
Aba Baifu Krum.
Okay.
Who the friend of Baifu?
Yes.
Aba Ifukuru.
The town consists of this criminality.
Monchade. Ghana is not supposed to be an Accra. It's not supposed to be part of country. Which the strength of our currency and Kowakes in command Kimwedi. But Monchade work of us in Biaba. Now 15 most expensive cities in Africa. Shade. Yanche say Ghana Kawana na Accra Kawana.
Oh, Ghana can.
Ghana can.
Yeah, the 11th.
Yeah, the 11th. And which letting Modinga here? Because if you look at the strength of our currency, one will say Egyptian pound. Egypt is the 10th strongest currency in Africa. But one will say the list of most expensive places in Karun Town. One said the most expensive places in one said Karun Town. One say Kenya, one currency weaker than Ghana, 121. And said when you Kenyan shilling, when you $1, right? But one say Nairobi, Kenya, one say Enkang.
Debbie.
One say Tunisia, Enkang.
Ivory Coast.
One say Ivory Coast, Enkang. Ivory Coast. Now let's go to the list, and then let's go to the list.
First one is Senegal.
Now the most expensive places to live in Africa, cities. Now Dakar, Senegal.
Cost of living index.
Cost of living index 50.87. Now the second one is Addis Ababa, which is Ethiopia. Meanwhile, when you look at the strongest currency in the Enkang, into one will become Kenya. What did I'm saying? Shadu, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The cost of living index, score index, 50.49. When you look at Abidjan,
Ivory Coast.
Now, me can say Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast has a number 3, index, 47.06. Now, Shadi, Ivory Coast, more expensive. Abidjan is more expensive than Ghana. Abidjan is more expensive than Ghana. Accra, per this index.
Yeah.
But Shadi, Ghana, if we are to Kotadu Abidjan, who convert it? That's all the Ghana schema. It's still cheaper than Ghana. I'm over to your own profit. You think a baby are way expensive. Then you know,
say it's more than for.
You were some will be Ukrumia. Okoto Sama, a Sinti. A nice Sam will be Ukota Sinti. Someone watching to you. What's the way Abidjan Salmon?
The son say you're Ghana pool.
Yo, any Abidjan. Me one put that down a boom. Some to me for Japan, crown them soon might be Pigana. Into Fiaco Cote d'Ivoire, demarcation ben, boundary ben, and up Puma.
Accra boundary room, a buffoon.
Ivory Coast, yeah,
someone that Pumu Ivory Coast, yeah, or to cross Magana. I'm watching
what one name say, a washing it into a friend Abidjan Salmon. Ghana didn't was anywhere barrier into no yet day.
Me shall see and me say a Yesubai no any issue no. Yesubai no and yet and then to quest you okay mu. Mate any passengers aircon. Driver any passengers aircon. If we say fair no, we air GD or pay, we so GD or pay. Now, yeah, Mr. question say GPRC see to fuel prices pneumonia DNA. So when you release fares, the transport fare, baby, I'll be the what happened? Why is someone's chat different from another person? Because driver and they mate be chat be actual. Uncle Henson or Abia from Medina to Ashoman, 9 CD. Obi so be 95, Obi 10, Obi 85.
They are cooperative. One price is different. You will GPRC and you prove to her. I'm saying 4 so into be our one day.
And the way station chairman.
You meaning
about
would do new plan 66 4 cars almost Luda Concoco at the same time.
The different different groups.
4 cars is in a hole and Luda Concoco at the same time.
Yeah,
that's a Bakuludu. Get to be at new group. After Mumian Shade, Uba Halari, which is Zimbabwe, number 4.
Yeah,
index, 45.69. Johannesburg, after Munshade, Johannesburg, South Africa, and number 5, and 44.867. Pretoria, and we see 42.76. Now, Gaborone, that is Botswana, and we see 42 points, and we see South Africa 42.77. Now, what's about Durban, which is number 9, 40.33. And then when we come to Makarech, and we Morocco, and we are number 10, and we cost of living index 39.8. Then we come to number 11.
Almighty Accra.
Yes, Almighty Accra. And we are 38.78. Then Waba Lagos.
And I go for
Waba Lagos. Now, America Simbi. Waba Lagos. Waba Lagos. Now, if you are Lagos and so, America Simbi is Suha. We here 441.70 something. Naira, and said when $1. But the cost of living in Nigeria is cheaper than Ghana. And we think make a Suban Huasem. Per the index analysis here, when we check it, you realize that cost of living is cheaper in Nigeria than Ghana. Yet Nigeria's currency is more expensive than Ghana. 441 plus, and said when you're $1. Ghana, you 15 cedis crown when you're $1.
Christopher, consider I am Bufasonia then. Mumwa so no beneda we are seeing new Christian in Tem. It was a trem.
Ghana had it, but we can say one tem biasa. Because the behavior is there is no difference in the behavior. Niameche also be your Christonia. Messi obi your Christonia. Kese wa fa Christo. Identity what two on Christo. A Christopher. E me Yesu wi no. When him say apostles scatai. Now Surukras will be one ready. Many people who identify as Christo because they were afraid of persecution.
Okay.
So better town welcome come on through toward one quarter away. But Esan said when Yesu Christo Nantewe. Now what the Yesu Echino or fire Yesu. And this one a man walk baby in Century 1 year, one casa and Yamsama Okano. Obetum Shano say, we say Yesu Echidin. Do we o Christo ni? Ubi o di Christo Echi. And it is Christo by say a Christo for by. I will be any suban say Christo. And it is all quite sorry. Not so by our body for fra. Now can you name say it is a sound one SSM suban. Never formal. Never out down soon. I will be a sini any Christo nim. But I say no back protection basin. You are quite sorry Sunday send a don kind. Only now what Sunday will be a year.
Necessary Christopher, when you create a mansa.
I feel we are. Ubekwa ashawo lie na second obi a onim na sebi wo so ye deacon wa so dem or ye elder wa so dem when it te hwa obu na elder ashawo dwuma no sukura condom anu so ba ashawo lie ho
o boost o business no
o tiram che ne sebi ubekwa afeudi bia ankwase asem nsi hu na ekoso ho na ayi no ubekwa na ho no na ubekwa no na deacon na ayi ubekwa bia no so figura so se afeudi bia ho o di few we be call office be and say a dignified and can this a corruption cause
no corruption
we be call chief director and also a reverend minister
or a elder mpo
or say elder obi a deacon obi a deaconess or your high position in your executive director once you depend assistance and your
thank you very much bank
right bank no ade nyina no we be call say no politicians no we be call we say akofo nyina invest politics
police
for e bi asofo nso obegina kwan Mr. Asofu evangelist fool
asemba ko
yes but ni nyina achi no we be hwe no na nyoma nkwe so you cannot distinguish between Okristoni and a Wiasefo. That is what is happening to Ghana today and most part of the world. And you Ghana kwa. This is a tuabu.
There we go. Unim. Shade mobo. Shanyu na ebono. O mani be ye ya efri ye ni ara me ne wara. Enti ye mo ebre yi. Hwe second na efri o man Ghana mu. Etu kwaya kwa ama no ne. Owura onye wura America and I say UK and Canada na ne subo yasesa.
Ebesisa.
Edintra.
Because the system will not allow this kind of polluted mentality in Ukraine.
That is what we need here. I think say me say democracy amwa my Ghana. Me
military because you will
military. The here say you hear discipline. Or my you hear discipline.
How do we discipline ourselves? Because no better to your politicians or be disciplined. Ghanaians will not allow themselves to be disciplined.
You be
trouble. Let's go to a ministry like education. From the last person.
And how do you know?
Watchman, no. I could see chief director. I could see minister. So you Christiania or you Cremoni. So if there is corruption in that ministry, so hateful.
One we say school feeding. One say kofu we
Mami bi ko wi a aduan kofu dia. So ye osofo.
Or the taxi no.
No ye o friend dey.
I say Western was
Easting
inside no baby.
When you kofu dia what ati adona pena head mistress bi or this head man.
Well, last word.
My last word ne say so mind be ya efri me ne wara enti emo ye bra ne ye said ye be ya o man be ye ne ye nyai blame games no ye da bia ye de ye how ekoso obi ye nsesa ye nia ye nsubai me don se me pese me fie me man eye ye a esem subai ene nyoma me ye se nsuoi me ton ne 1 cedi na me 50 pesos ka ho na me ton na so me nya mfa so a said ye be ya o kire me nya ska agoto bia me ton ne sa na me nya se me de 1 cedi ne toy na me 25 cedi
me fi baby me call
or the afa purification
me call here refer me ba na meti boat nti me do Pantan hospital enim ho no won junction won traffic na so na me se mi tonsu na ma me bia me hu no ne ho ye me nwa bi se so a bishop yire kra me anya me nwa
yo Christoni
ne ring shen sana ma me no say dignified woman say or dignity akasa me hu ne me ye me shame nti me hwe ne boss ye ne ring shen na ye na so ma me ntobi me na me hwe oba pa nsusi ne ti so abesiriwa on year less than 45 no
okay
on year less than 4 she will be in her early 50s me hwe she looks so dignified tim hwe na no bia nyamfo say na nsusi ne ti oton ana me say me tobi no yi ba akoma me yi nsu na o say is it 3 cedis or 2 cedis 50 pesos
a bottle of water?
Yeah, bottle, yes, maybe. Inti me na be na unfortunately na nsu no e car no traffic nso inti car no etwa mu hu nsu na car na be so so etwa mu e do the net traffic or identity barrier ho e do hope na there was another one young girl be
was when you kwa antone de no
yeah me nya kwa antone de inti identity barrier ho no traffic another traffic de kotom inti ona zooming girl bi na me hu no ono kra mi se nkoba be gum kra get the buyer 1 cedi 50 pesos and one driver be say so what is the difference between sa mama na nka metu suru won and we say driver ni jira won say mama ni so nyamfo pa
na ni mo nyam ni to the have what
yeah very
what we need to man mu
yeah very
so be boss so Christoni
obi bi so be boss enye won nyina so na tisa the fact is that you to me generalize nka say obi na oyo Christoni don na anti enye won nyina so yeah the
most Ghanaians are wicked. That is my point. Most Ghanaians
let me conclude now you have Morocco, you have Casablanca, and then you have Kampala, the most expensive places to live in Africa. Ghana yetoso number 11. Nkenya bad sao.
Then so.
Nkenya bad kurasa.
Kurasa is adunisi.
Already aduma yebesen hia over the same platform so.